support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
We have our next guest here. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. I wish I was in Vegas right now, but
Me too.
okay.
It is what it is. We've got to do what we've got to do, right?
Yep, I'm in nice and toasty, well not toasty, Cleveland, Ohio right now. It's a little frigid outside, so I'm staying in here.
we are the exact opposite. We are in Tampa, Florida, where it is semi-warm today. So,
Awesome.
So go ahead and introduce yourself and your company.
All right. So my name is Matt Crowley. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called TonDone. We make it incredibly simple for building service companies, think janitorial companies, maintenance companies, to do their jobs and schedule work with customers. So while I am in Cleveland today, my co-founder is in Eureka Park. We are booth, I got to write it down, 60867. So we're present, but I got a family. I don't want to get sick with COVID right now, so I'm hanging back here. But we're out demoing some new technologies that we've put out. We have about 4 million frontline workers in the United States that, even throughout COVID, had to make sure that all the commercial facilities we use are clean. So, someone coughs in a Starbucks bathroom, you want to send someone in there to, light a fire to it and make sure it's cleaned out. And these folks are on the front line every day. And what we do is we build technologies that make it easier for them to do what they do best, so they can, focus on doing painting or light maintenance or janitorial work, the things they're good at and they want to do, versus trying to fiddle with a device to explain to their manager what's going on with each step and each task that they do. So the technology we have is a phone app. We use NFC tags and beacons to allow workers to report where they're at, report what they're doing. We tie into sensors like phone dispenser or soap dispensers, toilet paper dispensers, even cameras to allow managers and customers, all the buildings that need to be serviced, to know whether or not the job was done right in their facility.
Okay, that is super cool. So the first thing I want to say is I looked up where your booth is. For those who might be watching from Vegas, your booth is literally, if from our tower, if we look straight down, we'd be looking at you.
Oh, I should have sent Bill up then to do the in-person one.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm enjoying this. There's a lot of interesting technology included in this. I love that, like, NFC tags were real popular a couple of years ago in the way that, we see a lot of crypto tokens and things today, where they weren't being used really for anything of value. But it sounds like you guys really had a plan for this, and it enhances your product.
Yeah, so my background is actually in the airport space. So I was the CIO for Hopkins Airport in Cleveland and Philly Airport. And what you ended up with is, and I like to joke, every time someone would cut the grass, it was a game of 20 questions, right? So you would send someone out to go mop a floor, cut the grass, and then you'd expect them to be a business analyst and take a tablet with them and type up, well, how did you feel while you were cutting the grass? And was it raining outside? And so managers are trying to collect all this data about what's going on. Was the work completed? When in essence, there's all this data around you that's already there. What you really need to know is proof of presence and proof of work. Was the person there, and was the job done? So, the traditional ways that NFC tags are used, what we use them for is, let's say, for instance, you have a job rotation when you're cleaning the bathroom. And instead of having to go fiddle with the device, we can tie into the sensors in the bathroom. You tap your phone or device to the tag on the wall, and you've suddenly reported all your work. And it's part of the problem with the systems on the market today, like QR codes, is if I want to not show up for work, I take a picture of the QR code and I print it off on my printer, and suddenly I'm magically at work, but I'm actually sitting at my desk checking in and out of my job. Yeah. So it allows for honesty in the workplace. It avoids wage theft. It allows for tracking of the work being done. We're not trying to track the employees. What we're trying to make sure that we're doing is, if a customer requests work is done, that it's done, right? If you have a plane load of passengers, so you have 200 people coming out and using a restroom, we want to make sure that right after that work is completed, that restroom is clean, and we're ready for the next group of people. So, it's all about consistency, showing proof that work is done, and making sure that all the facilities, now that we're so concerned about health-wise, we have the technology in place to maintain them properly.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I don't tend to think in terms of, how to scam somebody out of time and or money. So I never would have thought to take a picture of the QR code and scan it later. I'd have just scanned it in place like a normal person would have.
Yeah,
But
my joke is I would actually tape my phone to a Roomba to make it look like I was moving around a room. So
okay,
yeah,
that's funny.
So yeah, it's an interesting space. I mean, I think oftentimes we take it for granted. Like, we go into our office every day and it's clean. We go into Starbucks and it's clean. We park in a parking lot and the potholes are patched. And there's a lot of work behind the scenes, and that's what we try to manage and get a hold of, is make sure that we make that work be seamless and efficient, so that you're not sitting there questioning, is the facility I'm into safe to be in? Is the parking lot going to have my tire be punctured? There's a lot of work done behind the scenes, and I think there's a lot of time wasted, and there's a lot of chaos that we're trying to give some order to.
Gotcha. Obviously, there very clearly must be a need for this, because you've thought through some really detailed aspects of the product that I never would have considered. So, what kind of install base is this? Is there for this currently?
So we launched in 10 months ago. So right now we are in about 700 commercial facilities right now. And a lot of times we're in, like Raising Cane's, Chicken Fingers, we're at some grocery stores, Menards, and these are kind of third-party cleaning companies, maintenance companies that come into those locations and do work. So another one of our clients, interestingly enough, they manage the pegboards at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Ace Hardware. So they go in, they place channel lock tools on the pegboards, and they use our system to manage their frontline workers going out to those facilities. So just like our customers, we're also behind the scenes. So you're probably going to a name brand that we are in right now that is being used for some sort of task management. But again, the whole goal with this is, and our product is, most people will never know about it. It's there. It's running in the background. It's being used to distribute work. But yeah, we're growing. We're growing pretty fast. We are just closing out in our second round of funding, and growing our team. So it's been a fun trip. But we're based out of Cleveland, Ohio, and we came out of TechStars in Chicago. So living the startup life a bit, but expanding pretty fast.
Gotcha. Well, it really does sound like a fascinating product. For people who want more information or might want to engage your services, how can they do that?
Sure. If you visit TonDone.com, it's just like the two words, TONDONE. Also, apparently it means pancake in Italian, but it's TonDone.com. And if you email us at, my name is Matt Crowley. If you email me at MATT at TonDone.com, I will be happy to talk to you and give a demo of the product. Or you can visit us at our booth and we can give you a live demo of the NFC technology.
Fantastic. Well, if you can't tell, NFC is something that I personally have an interest in. I built a product concept at one point based on NFC. It was a gaming product. So I'm very interested in NFC stuff. So that's why I locked onto that aspect of it. And I wish I could see a demo of it, but maybe next year we'll get to see each other in person.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you having me on, and maybe next year I'll get to see you. I'll give you a demo
for sure. So. All right. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
Have a good rest of the show, however you're participating.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
TPN CES 2022 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz and Maurice McCoy. Interviews are edited by Joe Minnie. Hosts are Marlo Anderson, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, Christopher Jordan, Danielle Mendez, and Alante Sparks. Las Vegas studio provided by HC Productions. Remote studio provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production. Copyright 2022.